My name is David. I am 60 years old. 3 months ago, my doctor told me I had stage 3 stomach cancer. He said the best case I have is about 2 years left, maybe less. That sentence did not make me panic. It did not make me cry. It made me realize something worse. Every excuse I have been using for the last 30 years died in that room. I did not run out of time. I ran out of excuses. I thought I still had plenty of time to become the person I wanted to be. I thought I could keep waiting. I thought I could keep saying, "Not now." But sitting there listening to him talk about survival rates, I understood something that terrified me. The doctor's office was quiet, too quiet. A poster about stomach health is on the wall, a ticking clock. While he explained survival rates, I was not really listening. I was thinking about all the times I said, "Not now." After this project, when things slowed down, sitting there, I realized something painful. That diagnosis was not just a death sentence. It was a slap in the face to every excuse I had been using for 30 years. I am not telling this to be inspirational. I am not brave. I am not strong. I am just finally honest. I am not scared of dying. I am scared of how I lived. Because I did not fail at life. I postponed it. I kept choosing responsibility over presence, stability over joy, work over people. I told myself I was being practical. I told myself I was doing the right thing. But deep down, I always knew the truth. I was not living. I was waiting. I spent 40 years doing what looked like the right thing. A desk job, consulting work, long hours, corporate meetings, emails at night, weekends that never really belonged to me. I paid the bills. I paid the mortgage. I showed up for work every day. From the outside, my life looked responsible, stable, successful. From the inside, it always felt postponed. Not now. After this project, when things slow down, after the kids grow up, after the house is paid off, after I retire, I told myself that someday was waiting for me at the end of all that effort. I told myself I was building a future. But what I was really doing was pushing my life forward one excuse at a time. Years kept passing. My hair turned gray. My calendar filled up, and the life I kept promising myself stayed just out of reach. I believed a quiet lie for most of my adult life. I told myself that after I paid off the house, I would finally live. After the kids grew up, I would slow down. After I retired, I would travel. After I made it, I would be present. Every part of my life was built around that word after. I did not build a future. I kept postponing my life. I assumed someday was guaranteed. I assumed time was on my side. I assumed there would always be another year, another season, another chance to do the things that mattered to me. I treated time like it was endless, like it would wait for me to be ready. It did not. Someday was not promised. It never was. It was not the big dramatic moments I missed. It was the small ones, the ordinary ones, the ones that never felt important enough at the time. Rachel would cook dinner and set the table. By the time I came out of my office, the food was cold. I would say I was sorry and open my laptop again. Emma would come into the room and start telling me about her day. I would nod while staring at my screen. She would stop talking halfway through her story. I did not even notice. There was a birthday party I arrived late to because of a work call, a weekend. Rachel asked me to go for a walk with her. I said, not now, maybe later. There was a trip to the beach that we talked about for 20 years. We never went. There was an art class I always meant to sign up for. I never did. There were nights when all Rachel wanted was for me to sit next to her on the couch. I said after this project, I kept choosing work because I thought I had unlimited time. I did not. Those moments are gone now. They are not coming back. Emma said something last year that I cannot forget. We were sitting at the kitchen table. She was scrolling on her phone. I was answering emails. She looked up at me and said, "Dad, can I be honest with you?" I said, "Of course." She said, "You are always around. You drive me places. You show up to things." Then she paused, and she said, "But it feels like you are never really with us." She was not angry. She was tired. That sentence follows me now. It hurts more than cancer, because she was right. I was there, but I was not present. My best friend's name is Daniel. We grew up together. We had the same dream when we were 20. We both loved photography. We used to skip classes and wander the city, taking pictures of old men on park benches, kids playing in sprinklers, light coming through dirty windows. We thought we were going to do something meaningful with it. Then real life showed up. I chose the practical path. A desk job, a paycheck, a career that looked responsible. Daniel chose a risky one. He became a freelance photographer. He never made much money. He lived in small apartments. He drove old cars. And I used to feel sorry for him. Now I realize something that makes my stomach hurt. He chose the life I wanted, and I chose the life I thought I was supposed to live. He has less money, but he has more life. And I gave up my dream to build a life I do not even recognize anymore. After the diagnosis, people expected me to do something dramatic. Quit my job, sell my house, start over. I did not change my life. I changed how I lived inside it. I stopped answering emails on weekends. I said no to projects I did not need. I cut my consulting hours in half. I started walking every morning with Rachel, not talking about bills, not planning the future, just walking. I finally signed up for the art class I had been postponing for 20 years. And then I did something that terrified me. I opened my laptop. I typed Egypt tours. I stared at pictures of the pyramids. I have been saying for 30 years that someday I will go to Egypt. When things slow down, when I have more time, when I retire. I told Rachel I booked a trip to Egypt. She stared at me for a long second. Then she said, "You have been talking about that for 30 years. I do not have someday anymore." So I booked the trip, not because it was practical, not because it made sense. I have a notebook on my nightstand. It is my bucket list. I started it when I was 35. Learn the guitar, visit Japan, write a book, climb a mountain, have my paintings in a small gallery. For years, it was just a list of someday. Last week, after I booked my trip to Egypt, I opened that notebook again, and something strange happened. Some things on that list suddenly felt alive, and some things did not. There are dreams on that page that will never happen now. Not because I do not want them anymore, but because I waited too long. I do not have 30 years anymore. I have maybe 2. And now every line on that list feels like a countdown. Later never come. Waiting was my real mistake. Not failing, not losing money, not choosing the wrong career, waiting, postponing, assuming time was guaranteed. I did not ruin my life in one big dramatic way. I ruined it quietly, one not now at a time, one after this project at a time, one day at a time. And by the time I realized what I was doing, most of my life was already behind me. I thought I was chasing money. I thought I was chasing success. I thought I was chasing stability. But I was really chasing a feeling, security, worth, being loved. I thought those feelings would come after the promotion, after the raise, after the next milestone. But I could have given myself those feelings any Tuesday night by closing my laptop, by sitting next to Rachel on the couch, by listening to Emma talk about her day, by being present. I spent decades trying to feel worthy through my work. And in the end, none of it worked. The feeling I was chasing was right in front of me the whole time. Do not wait for cancer to run out of excuses for you. Call your parents, hug your kids, take the trip, start the thing you keep postponing, sit still, be present. I have about 2 years left, maybe less. You have more time than I do. For now, if tomorrow your doctor said you have 2 years left, what excuse would you stop using first? What would you do that you keep telling yourself you will do someday? What would you finally say yes to? And what would you finally say no to? I ran out of excuses. You have not yet. The question is not whether you have time. The question is whether you will keep waiting.